Hello and welcome to Spinster's Library. I'm Claudia and today I want to show you the Bookish things I got for Christmas. And this is going to be a relatively short haul because I am indeed 28 and not 8, so I don't get showered with presents at Christmas anymore, which honestly I can just about deal with. But I did get some really nice bookish things that I would like to show you, that I would like to tell you about. And all of these actually come from my in-laws family, which is really lovely. They know that I like books. So let me show you the actual books first. One of the books I got was Cersei by Madeline Miller, and I'm sure you are all familiar with this book because when it was published, which I believe was last year, it may have been 2017 actually. When it was published, it was really big. It was talked about a lot on BookTube. All my favorite booktubers read and loved it, and so I'm really keen to get into it as well. This is a retelling of the myth of Cersei, the witch from Greek mythology, and it's a book that has long intrigued me. The cover is absolutely gorgeous. The reviews are raving, so I can't wait to get into this book in 2020. Now, this next book isn't one that was actually gifted to me. This was gifted to my husband, Bill. But it's so funny that I have to show you anyway. It's one of those kind of gift books, you know. It's one of those books that you really only buy for someone else. But I think this is pretty hilarious. It is called How to Talk to Your Cat About Gun Safety and Abstinence, Drugs, Satanism and Other Dangers That Threaten Their 9 Lives. This is by the American Association of Patriots. But really, who wrote this? You know, it doesn't actually list a specific author, at least not in an obvious place where I can find it. You can imagine what this is about, right? It's got chapters including on what to do if your cat gets addicted to catnip. It's got chapters about what to do if your cat starts believing in evolution. And the illustrations are just so funny and cute. It's kind of a satirical take on American conservative culture, but applying those kind of beliefs in a very over-the-top way to cats. I'll read you an excerpt from the gun safety part of the book. So the question is, besides safety, why should I teach my cat how to handle a gun? Simply because it is the duty of every American citizen, human and cat alike, to exercise the rights bestowed upon us by the US Constitution. By teaching your cat about the potential dangers your home might face, such as burglars, dogs, ghosts, and foreign enemies of the United States, as well as the proper way to respond to them, you are helping to fulfill the destiny of the greatest nation ever conceived of. Failing to train your cat to use firearms is a betrayal of everything that George Washington and our other founding fathers held dear. The final book, or I should say book-shaped object that I got, is the Harry Potter colouring book. And I really love this. I'm not a huge fan of colouring books in general, just because I'm really bad at colouring within the lines, right? My primary school teacher already had to have stern words with my parents about this, but I'm just really bad at colouring in, okay? It's just not a skill I've had ever, or a skill that I will ever develop. So artistic failures aside, this is a really lovely colouring book. It's got pages of just patterns that I can imagine are quite meditative to colour in. And then it's also got scenes from the Harry Potter movies. And then it's also got kind of nice little pieces like that with the owls and the letters. So I might actually give this one a go. I mean, I'm not short of colouring pencils, although I keep them in a tin like everyone does. Minerva really likes to chew them. And I should say Minerva is my cat. Like these have not been chewed by a human, these have been chewed by a cat. So I might have to replace some of them, or, you know, see if I can fix this. And then something I got from my sister-in-law, and I really love this, is a poster. And it's called 100 Books Scratch Off Bucket List. So this is what it looks like. Oh. This is too rolled. This is too rolled up. Okay. At the top it says 100 books bucket list, and then it's got 100 book titles and little squares that are covered by, you know, the grey stuff that's on scratch cards. So the idea is when you've read a book from this list of 100, you can then take a coin or a fingernail, if your fingernails aren't made of paper like mine, and you can scratch that off, and then eventually, hopefully, you'll have the entire poster. So I haven't scratched any of these off yet because I wanted to wait until the recording of this video to scratch them off and see what the pictures actually look like. So I'm going to pick one, a book that I have read. Okay, right in the bottom right, it's got Jane Eyre. And then I have to go and find a coin. I'm sure there was one lying around here. Oh yes, there we go. Let's see what the little picture is like for Jane Eyre. Okay, bit strange. I don't quite understand this one. So the picture is a lightning struck tree, and I haven't read Jane Eyre in a while, so I'm just a little bit confused about what that reference is. There is a fire in Jane Eyre, and maybe that's what that reference is, but I don't think that it was a tree that got struck, was it? If you understand this, then please let me know. This is slightly cryptic to me, but I'm sure that it makes sense and that I'm just not remembering the details of the book. Let's have a look at another one and see if that makes more sense to me. Okay, so we got Bridget Jones's Diary. That's one I've read. Let's scratch that off. Yes, that makes more sense. So here we have a diary. Because obviously Bridget Jones's Diary is, I mean, it's kind of in the name. I don't really have to explain this, do I? So, I'm going to eventually scratch off all of the books I've read. I've already counted how many of the 100 books I've read, and I'm at 22. There are some books on here that I haven't even heard of, and there are some books on here that have been on my, you know, reading wish list or on my TBR for a while. I'm kind of intrigued to run a little bit of analytics on this poster, maybe see what the gender split is for authors, see how many of these 100 books are written by men and how many are written by women, maybe have a look and see how what the geographical distribution of these novels is, maybe see what the publication year average is or something like that. If you're interested in me doing a very detailed video about this poster and to see what kind of statistics I can find on it, then let me know. But it's likely just me who is interested in that sort of thing, so I might just do it for myself and then not actually do a whole video about that. And I also need to find somewhere to put this up, because this is a roof room, is that what you call it? An attic room? It's like under the roof of the house. So there aren't many straight walls on here. Most of these walls are basically just slanted ceiling. And so this might have to go in the living room instead. But I'll see. Maybe I can stick this to one of these slanted ceiling wall things. Anyway, I love this. I think it's a very cute idea, even if it's not going to really influence the way I read. I'm not going to try and read every single book on this just for the sake of reading every single book on this. But it's a really cute gift idea. I think it's lovely. And then this isn't strictly speaking bookish because it doesn't reference a book, but it does reference a comic, and I just wanted to show this off because it's so adorable. I got this postcard from Andrea, who's a booktuber at Infinite Text. I will link her channel down below, and she sent me this postcard, greetings card, all the way from Canada, and it is, I believe this is one of the original Addams Family drawings. So you might know the Addams Family TV series or movies, and all of these are based on a mid-century cartoon strip, really. I love the Addams Family. Wednesday Addams was my hero growing up. No one who knows me is in any way surprised to hear that. And here you just have a nice little winter scene with the family. So you've got Morticia here and Uncle Fester. You got the children in the window. It's adorable. And thank you, Andrea. Really, really treasure this. I hope you had a restful holiday period, whatever you did, whether you got presents, whether you gave presents. Let me know down below what your favourite present was, either that you gave or that you received. And I hope you enjoy those. Thank you for watching. Bye.